huge congratulations on this movie. I saw it yesterday. I'm still trying to
process it.
Yeah, it's quite a long thing.
Yeah.
I mean, when I can imagine the lure of M. Night Shyamalan is one thing, but when you read the script and the character and everything else, I mean, it must have been all your Christmases come at once.
It was all my Christmases come at once. I love that. I'm going to steal that. It was, and I also said yes to doing it without having read it. So as I was reading it, I was like, oh, I'm not in like one scene. I thought, for all I knew, I was saying yes to doing something that I'd be bringing James McAvoy a cup of coffee or something. And I still would have been happy to do that, but I was pleasantly surprised and all my Christmas dreams came true, yeah.
What was it about this particular character that kind of resonated with you when you read it?
Well, I thought it was just really interesting to approach someone in her field without this overtly clinical manner. And it was really important tonight, and I hope I achieve this. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know, and I'm sure everyone on the internet will let me know. But he really wanted it to be a woman who was leading with her empathy and her compassion and trying to make space for them to have what they were going on, but I think also really taking the opportunity to debunk everything they could come up with to support their way of thinking and to help convert them to, I think she feels, a more healthy, balanced, normalized way of viewing the world.
I mean, he's such a distinctive director, and all of his movies have such a distinct style. I mean, working for him as an actor, I mean, what do you think it is about him that makes him so special? Because there's so much.
Well, from an acting standpoint, it's just I've rarely worked with a director who was so specific and who, this whole universe of his was built in his head. And so there's not a single question he can't answer. There's not a single moment that hasn't been truly thought out by him. So any fear or natural anxiety you have about how to approach something, you just know you're in the most capable hands, and that whatever he's going to ask you to do, he has really thought about it. It's not willy-nilly and it's not on the fly. And so within that, somehow it would seem the opposite would be true, but you feel much more freedom when you know what the boundaries are to play within that. And he really makes that fun.
I wanted to ask you about the scene in the, I think Samuel said last night at the premiere, it was the bubblegum
room
with those three guys. I mean, I can imagine when you're acting something, you're shot, sometimes the guys aren't there, but I can imagine he wanted you all to kind of be in together.
They were there.
Which gives it such a great energy.
It does, but it was also one of those moments where I thought, boy, I have a lot of talking to do and I really hope I can pull this off, because it wasn't lost on me how extraordinarily iconic the image I was having just sitting there, because it was just me sitting here like this and all three of them. And I had loved both Unbreakable and Split, and it was a bit of a, looking around going, I can't believe I'm in this room right now and I'm trying to be super cool. I don't think I was always very successful.
What did you make of James? Because a lot of the other guys have said this amazing talent he seems to have where he can go from one to another on camera. I mean, it's just extraordinary.
The nimble component of it was really unbelievable. He does it like on a knife's edge so quickly. I mean, and I got to be in a scene with him where he did 6 characters in 4 minutes, and it was jaw-dropping. And it was wonderful because Knight said, you can have that reaction. It would be, even to someone like you who has seen this kind of thing before, it's still totally permissible for you to be awed by what you're seeing. And I was like, great, that will not be hard at all.
And also, I mean, this has it is a thriller and everything else, but also obviously it's kind of a superhero, kind of not. As an actress, I mean, would you ever be drawn to the bigger superhero movies, or do you think that this is kind of the way that you would?
I like this world of it because it does feel grounded in something. No one's shooting off in their rocket pack and, taking off with their cape, and that kind of makes it all feel more magical to me in a way, because something about it seems possible, maybe. You could wear a green raincoat and have the strength of 10 men and be a mastermind. I don't know. There was just something kind of romantic about it to me. But don't get me wrong, if anyone from Marvel called me, I'm sure I'd find a way to show up.
Annette Bening's the latest one to be called to Marvel. So
well, listen,
so many.
We should all be so lucky.
We should be. Listen, thank you so much for your time.
You're so
Absolute
welcome.
pleasure. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey